Welcome to FG Speed. If you made it through the first video, congratulations, you deserve an award. It's pretty terrible. You can see there's one less car here. The Colt is gone, and we're going to focus on Project Sketchy Spit here. Tell you more about that in just a little bit. Let's talk in more detail about this car, where it came from, what the plans are, what we're going to be doing on this channel. Excuse the garage, it's a work in progress too. So I got this car last year. It was a grassroots motorsports car, and it was built for the $2,000 challenge and sat for a number of years after that, after the previous owner kind of lost interest in it. Going to go over what I've done to it, how I got it, how it's set up, and what the plans are to see in the videos about it. So we've got 7-bolt 4G63 out of a 2G DSM. I believe it's a Fiero radiator in here. A little custom fiberglass intake and overflow tank the previous guy made. It's got some Jaguar spindles, a bunch of Ford stuff on the suspension, Ford rear end, a bunch of custom stuff on the suspension. Interior is pretty much stock. I think that dash might be made out of a refrigerator door or something like that. Got a transmission in there, is from like a Mighty Max, something like that. The wide body fenders in the rear, I think those were made out of high school gym lockers. It's a pretty cool setup. Been trying to get it sorted out and unchallenge car it for a while now. Working on wiring, that type of stuff. A lot of oil leaks and just little miscellaneous things. The previous owner did a great job putting it together, but it was a challenge car. So what I've done so far, replaced the Evo 3 Big 16G turbo with another Evo 3 Big 16 turbo that's in a little bit better shape. But I've got a new Force Performance turbo that's going to be replacing that. Went to an Anti-Lag Racing coil and plug kit. Worked on the master cylinder and slave cylinder and the routing for the clutch, because I've had some clutch issues, which hopefully we will be fixing with a new clutch soon. Put some carpet in it. Had no carpet when I got it. Carpet kit kind of fits with the modified transmission tunnel and firewall. Some cheapy gauges just to make sure they all work. Going to be changing these wheels soon. They're not in the best condition. I tried refinishing this one a little bit. Kind of turned out okay, but I couldn't get it to match, and I like these with the black centers a little bit better. These will be going on in about 2 weeks after I get the curb rash from the previous owner of them fixed. Recovered the driver's seat because the previous one was covered in duct tape and sticking to me when I got in and out. Obviously didn't replace the foam or anything, but we got some cool seats on the way that I think might fit. There's only a few things that actually will fit in these things, as small as they are. We're running on a Mega Squirt, and I pretend that I know how to tune things. Just try and keep it from catching on fire for the most part. Coming up, I'm going to be swapping to, I'll show you here. Taking out that Amazon boost gauge and putting in a Turbo Smart boost gauge and controller. I had to replace the wideband from the one that was on it when I got it. It just wasn't working, wasn't logging, so I could tune it. Got some Speed Hut gauges. Those are staying. Plans in the next couple months here. I'm going to do the wheels talked about. Replace the seats. Do the new boost controller and gauge. I've got a JM Fabrications intake manifold coming for it. Going to replace the valve cover with a spare that I've got that looks just a little bit better. Do some small cams. Force Performance turbo. See if we can get it tuned, do a clutch, lighter weight steel flywheel, and see if we can make this thing fun. So, why is the Colt gone? Colt's gone because I don't have the space, the time, the money, or the patience to focus on 2 cars at once. I haven't had a turbo Colt in probably about 15 years. I missed it. I loved it. This one was great. But I want to put all my effort into this thing and try and get it ready for the DSM shootout this year. Don't know that I'll win anything, but it'll be fun. Plans are hopefully 350, 400 wheel and a good power band with a decent little setup. It'll be fun on the street, autocross, drag strip here and there. What does a junkyard widebody Triumph Spitfire weigh? Let's find out. What does it weigh? What does it weigh? Let's find out. Here we go. 2,133 pounds. Has all fluids. It's got probably a half a tank of gas in it right now. Not going to try and make it weigh less with what I do to it, but it might change, 30 pounds, 40 pounds, one way or the other, I don't know. But I am super surprised. I thought it was going to be a lot more. No, we're not corner balancing. It's not that serious. Well, that is it for this one. Next videos, we'll actually be working on this thing. Probably doing the clutch, turbo, and new boost controller first. And don't forget, it can't get any worse from here. You see that YouTube face?